Well, alrighty. So, how do we sound, guys? Song, you on? I think you're on. I'm not sure. I have to...
Hello.
Oh, you are on. Okay. I was getting scared there for a second. Alright. Well, guys, I think we could start up the podcast right now. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Pony Talk Podcast live stream, the My Little Pony movie. Guys, it is here. We are doing it, a little late, though. Why do I say that? Well, I was meaning and supposed to, have this going on, and it just really didn't happen yet. So December was a very busy month for me, and so was Song here. We're just waiting for a couple of others to get on. Yeah, so I'm just making sure everything's sounding good and all that, but yeah, I'm gonna text every pony here. Yeah, texting them, aka we are live. So hopefully everyone one will join. Okay. So. Alright, well, first of all, before I make this very, very boring for everyone, how are you all doing? Just type in the chat. I'm reading it right now. So we got a couple of people saying, oh, well, one of them's you. Yes. So we welcome first, I should say, Rainbow Dash 47, aka Songbird Serenade 47, on Discord. Say hello to every pony.
Hello.
Yes, we are.
I can see a rainbow.
Yeah. Ooh, you just reminded me of something. Well, actually, we'll put that on in a little bit. I got some music we'll be putting on because you guys may have noticed I do not have a webcam, unfortunately, but I am working on getting one, so soon you'll be able to see my beautiful face. But yeah, so we got Tanner, I guess, is joining us too. He is in the chat, so I'm going to actually be very courteous and text back. Alrighty. Oh, well. I am very, very happy and excited to be doing this podcast for you all today. Oh, hey, we got a new person joining us. Say hello to Chris.
Hello.
Ah, yes.
Hey.
What's up?
I'm fine.
That's awesome.
How's it going, Chris?
So who else is here?
Well, right now it's me, Rainbow, and you. Light Bluey hopefully will be joining us here soon. And, I'm not actually quite sure yet, but we're probably going to have, oh god. Oh, Inconspicuous Brony join us, too.
He might.
He might.
Okay.
He said he was kind of a little bit, in the middle of doing things at the moment, but he should be, hopefully soon joining us.
Okay.
By the way, Dashley, love the thumbnail on the YouTube here.
Oh, the background or the actual thumbnail that you log in to see the podcast?
That one right here. Yeah, you see right there.
The one that's on the live stream right now that I'm showing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
I like both how they turned out, the thumbnail and the background for the podcast that you're seeing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to go for a sea pony design because we get enough ponies and not really. Whoa, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just had a little cough here.
The weather's been horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, I know how that is. And that's what winter. Well, that's what winter is.
Winter wrap up, winter. Oh yes, getting into
Winter wrap-up.
tomorrow. Spring is here. we should just do a cover. We should just do a song cover right now. No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
I can see a rainbow.
Oh my god.
I
don't know how I keep listening to that song so many times. I just couldn't stop listening to it.
I can't stop either.
Even by the end of the movie, I even watched the end part of the movie so many times.
Yeah. I'm seeing if Light Bluey is going to join us here, hopefully. But, yeah. So, very excited to be here with all of you so far. Yeah, we're gonna hopefully make this a very successful live stream.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to see, though. But, so far, so well. Again, I did get a new setup, so hopefully it all goes well.
Okay.
Because I know how much we love doing live streams, so yeah. The only problem I have with them, which I've mentioned a couple of times, is, well, just setting them up and just getting them ready. This one actually took a while to set up, so but so far it's doing its deed. But actually, I think while we're waiting for the others, let's actually get started here.
Good idea.
Well, first of all, I just want to make an announcement to all of you.
Oh, okay.
First of all, you guys have of course seen the movie.
Of course.
Yeah, I know some of us haven't, and unfortunately that's why some of them aren't joining us, because they don't want to have spoilers. So I was kind enough to add just a warning in the title saying spoilers. So if you guys do not want to hear anything about the movie and you want it spoiler free, this live stream is not for that, guys. This live stream is to express our thoughts, our feelings, what we loved about the movie, and also other things that we did not like too much about the movie, but we'll just have to go on with that. But yeah.
Okay.
So
Dashy with the confidence.
yeah, I'm trying, man.
Oh my god.
But we got 4 people watching now, so hello viewers who are just joining in. We are actually about to start talking about the movie and our first thoughts. So, I think I'll ask you guys first. First impressions when you saw the trailer and stuff, what was going through your head?
I don't know, I was...
Animation.
Everything was the animation.
And, yes, I do have to agree with you. The animation, it was very striking. Now, I gotta say, where they put a lot of detail, I think a little too much, but I actually quite liked it. The characters' eyes. Oh my gosh. Fantastic.
They look well done.
Compared to
the ones in the TV show, right?
Compared to Friendship is Magic's animation, which Hasbro actually used a new animation software for this, which was amazing. You know, this is the first time they're using it, especially for a huge movie like this. Absolutely amazing and gorgeous. It's just beautiful, and where all the characters travel, it's fantastic. So yeah, it's amazing to see all that in first glance. And now I'm going to be quite honest with you, and kind of what's showing in on this beautiful picture thumbnail that you guys are seeing. I was very concerned about the sea ponies and how this would all work out and fit into place, you know?
Beautiful, bro.
Well, no, just talking about just the characters and how they would change into sea ponies during the movie. I was kind of a little bit nervous when I saw the trailer. I'm not going to be quite honest. I'll be quite honest with you. And I think you guys were as well. Like Chris just agreed.
Nervous?
Just like nervous about, like, you know, how is this going to like set the story, and how will this you know, fit in with the already told story. But you know what? I gotta hand it to them. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't too thrilled in the trailer, to be quite honest with you. But when I saw the movie and saw like everything come into place, you know, Princess Skystar, and then the Queen of Sequestria is what it's called, I believe.
Or what they used to be called the hippogriffs.
Yes, the hippogriffs. And I was
surprised that they actually also were hippogriffs.
Yes, when we discovered the foreign land, I guess you could say, the kind of abandoned place where the ponies were traveling, the main 6, and found the beautiful world of Sequestria, which I guess there's a lot of things going on about that, lots of conspiracies and all that. Oh, thank you, Rainbow. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, but, yes, fantastic. Very striking. I was very pleased when I walked out of the theater to see this movie. I thought there was going to be a lot of different things that weren't going to settle with me well, but I am so glad they proved me wrong, and that's what I was hoping for. So,
Well, I actually went to see this movie alone by myself.
okay.
And when I was going to see it, there were a lot of little girls around me looking at me strange only because I was wearing a brony shirt and a Rainbow Dash necklace around me.
Of course.
Well, now, I know this kind of doesn't have to deal with the movie, but it still bases around the whole pony movie, I guess you could say. It was an Equestria Girl movie, Rainbow Rocks.
Nope, not an Equestria Girls movie.
I know. Well, but guess what? I really did not see any, like, littler ones there. But when I saw the pony movie, it was the total opposite.
Yep.
There were some bronies, but not a lot. But the funny thing was, I went with a couple of my friends, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the video is in the channel somewhere.
No, where I am.
Well, I know they're kind of scattered everywhere, but me and my friends were just, like, you know, waiting for refreshments to get. We got some popcorn and all that good stuff, waiting for it. And I actually had a couple of littler ones come over to me and say, "Oh my God, I love your shirt, I love your lanyard and all that." I was just like, "Wait, seriously? I thought you'd be scared of me or something." But no, they really liked it and said that it's awesome that other viewers are actually watching the show too. They didn't really believe it, but yeah. So that gave them a little insight too. But it's interesting.
Too bad for me.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that if they do another pony related movie, that goes better for you.
Mhm.
I still had fun seeing it though.
Well, absolutely.
Well, for me, when I went to the theater by myself, there was not literally a single brony as well.
Hmm.
There was just nothing but little kids and their family.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There was something that was just a little interesting, but also a little weird about it. But overall, I really did enjoy the movie. But let's just start going into a little more deep depth into the movie. Some things that we really liked. The beginning sequence of the movie, and I'll actually turn on some music for this. Yes. So let's see if I can find it. Oh, it's over here.
Got the beat after all.
Yes. Fantastic intro.
Yeah.
I really thought they were going to do another Friendship is Magic remix, kind of like what they did for the first Equestria Girl movie, which I really liked that.
I was hoping that was, but nope, it wasn't.
Yeah, I was hoping it was too, but just hearing the orchestra play all that, it was just so beautiful.
Yeah, the opening sequence, like when they just start like everything like that, like you see the purple lights going.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, and I was feeling almost teared up already.
Yeah.
My heart started racing so tremendously.
Yeah, it was really good. What else was I gonna say? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. One thing that I really liked about the introduction is it sort of had a thing for it. It was really sparkly and kind of like dramatic, which I really liked.
Yeah.
Now, of course, Pony's Got the Beats. That's obviously
that's a parody. It's a parody of that other song.
Yeah, which is almost the same thing.
Yeah.
It was still.
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah, it still was really good, and they had a lot of different vocals in it, which I really liked.
Yeah. But the only problem is, how come we never got a full version? There was no version of this song.
I'm not really sure, and that's what I actually talked to Rainbow here about. The song, it should have been in the soundtrack, and I was hoping when I bought, because I legitimately did buy the actual soundtrack album. I literally have it right here in my hand right now. I look on the back, and there's 13 songs, okay? I think there's one that you can't get on iTunes, and it only comes with the album only. But I was kind of a little disappointed. I was like, they should have had that song in there. Maybe they were worried about, I don't know, that copyright or something, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But
I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of highly doubt that would be least of Hasbro's worries, to be quite honest. But it's overall, it was still really good. Really liked the introduction, and yeah, the starting of the movie too. Let's actually talk about the starting of the movie. Two ponies, I think, start talking about Twilight and how amazing she is. And, you know, like, while she's under pressure, she can do anything, basically. But obviously, not the case. She first starts to freak out. So, normal, very normal for Twilight in this case. Yeah. But, Twilight is freaking out, saying, oh my gosh, the celebration and stuff, you know, is everything ready? Is it all set up? And this is where we see the princesses. And this is where Twilight goes over it with them. And they're kind of a little bit like, seriously, Twilight? So, yeah. But after that, I think, they go back to their daily routines, their princess duties, and Twilight goes outside with her friends to make sure everything is set up well. And this is when we get, We Got This Together. The song, actually, you guys are hearing in the background right now. Yeah, that starts playing. It actually just ended. And now an ad's playing. Beautiful. All right.
So what do you guys think of the song though? That song.
The We Got This Together song?
Yeah, that one.
For the first song though. Yeah, the first collab song of the main six. First impression, I was like, okay, the song's necessary. But yeah, it had feeling of like all of everyone. I know that it's labeled the main six, Big Mac, and a couple of other background ponies. But you know, I don't know. There was something about it that it was like, I think this is one of the longest, first of all, one of the longest songs in the movie, if I'm not wrong. Maybe Open Up Your Eyes is, I'm not sure. Still, really good song. And
we get to see like cameos of all the characters we know.
And we saw a quick little split of the Key Mark Crusaders and Starlight in there, and Trixie. And also Cheese Sandwich. We saw him. We did see Cheese Sandwich. That's right. I forgot about that.
We did, yeah.
That was great.
That was actually really fantastic. So,
I really hope we see this guy again.
Yeah, I hope we see more of that, and I hope. I know this might be too much to ask, but I wonder if Hasbro really is going to incorporate the movie with Friendship is Magic. I don't know, but I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah.
Now, before I actually do forget about this, and we start talking more about the movie, just a warning to everyone, too. Equestria Daily has announced that people are starting to give in leaks for season 8.
Oh yeah. I've heard about that.
Not good at all.
Yeah, but thankfully Hasbro was able to block all these other episodes from other Reactors channels.
Oh yeah. And I don't know why people do that stuff. That's really annoying, and it really ticks.
Exactly, man. What is wrong? Why the leaks, man? This leaks needs to stop already.
Well, one of them.
I've been avoiding them.
I have been too. I was like, "Whoa, it is way too early for this." I'm like,
they don't start. They don't start until the springtime.
Well, we don't really have an official release date yet, but you're right. It does start around spring.
Yeah, and besides, these episodes are not fully completed though.
Yeah.
Someone said that because there were no sounds or anything like that in the show.
So, kind of defeats the purpose there. And if people are doing it for views, there's a lot of better ways to do stuff. And, I know there's been a lot of bad incidents that have happened for people wanting views. But, seriously, if you guys are watching the stream who do that, please stop. It's not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really annoying, and it ticks a lot of people off, so... But, alright, going off,
yeah, we're going off topic here.
Well, not going off topic, just kind of like getting off a very brutal thing to something that we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Back to the movie.
Beautiful. Alright. So, after the song,
See ya.
yeah, this is where, Tempest Shadow comes in, or, well, the Shadow...
We did see Sia first, though.
We did see Sia, but that's when, Pinkie Pie says the thing, "Ooh, I wonder if that's one of the clowns I ordered." Which, okay, Pinkie, if something's dark coming your way...
How are they clowns?
Cough, cough, let's not go back to 2016 Halloween. I feel like that was kind of a meme right there, but, whatever. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, definitely not the clowns I ordered.
Yes. So, yeah, that happens. And, this is where we now, see the ships float to the one part of Canterlot Castle and kind of destroys it in its landing. And this is where we see the balloon pony scene from the trailer. Kevin! No! Kevin, no!
Oh yeah, that was party favor.
Yep. Or no, it wasn't Kevin, it was Brian. Why did I think Kevin?
Brian.
Yeah. It was Brian. No. My friend literally thought that was a pony.
It wasn't. It was a balloon.
No, a legitimate pony, like a real pony. I was like,
Yeah, but people thought it was, but it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Thank goodness. Like Rainbow said, this is supposed to be a kids movie, right?
Yeah, this is supposed to be a kids movie.
Yeah, but that was pretty funny and pretty cute to add. Now the big baddie comes. First we see a little a little hedgehog-looking character, aka Grubber. Yeah.
Grubber.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Chris?
Yeah, he's pretty annoying. This guy.
Yeah. Well, I kind of found him a little bit funny.
Him.
I found him a little bit funny. I know some parts he was a little bit annoying, but he was kind of funny.
I love Grubber.
Yes.
All right.
I think quite a few people did like Grubber. But anyway, yeah. He comes down with a box, which obviously was the voice box or microphone to announce to every pony that, hey, we got another pony taking orders. Commander Tempest, or AKA Tempest Shadow. Yep, she comes down, and the first
we do know is their horn. Is her horn?
First thing we notice is that horn. Lots of mysteries and questions, and Twilight, of course, comes up with, "Is that a unicorn?"
And it is, of course. Can you look at it? But it looks like but it's not really. It's kind of a unicorn.
Well, yeah, and obviously, you know, during this point, I was actually laughing to myself, and my friend was kind of like wondering, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, I feel like this character is going to be reformed. I just got that gut feeling. I don't know if though, but you know, I just have that feeling. But while she's trotting down and says that she wants their complete and total surrender, obviously things were not looking good for.
Magic.
Oh yeah, and their magic. And a couple of thoughts going through my mind. Okay, this pony sounds a lot like T-Rex and a little bit of Starlight mixed together.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, and I was just like, okay. And then this is where things start getting bad. She starts throwing these, I don't know what you want to call them.
The guards, or they call them the guards.
Well, yeah, the guards, but they start throwing those crystal ball-looking things at the princesses to trap them in.
Oh man.
I don't know what those are called, but yeah.
And she turned to stone.
Kind of like. Yeah. Kind of like Twilight in Friendship is Magic in that one episode. But this was a lot different. A lot different.
Yep.
Obviously, every pony was running, getting scared. And we saw Twilight. She was the last princess to be captured.
But then...
You can go ahead.
But then Rainbow comes in and saves her.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Derpy.
And Derpy does, too.
Oh man, that was when I saw this the first time I saw it, I was like, my head goes down, like, no.
I was like, Derpy, no. But
no, I was like, it got me really stressed. So like, why would you do that?
So obviously, Derpy sacrificed herself to confuse. Thank you, Derpy, for your sacrifice. No wonder why we love you. So yeah, and Tempest was like, gotcha. But as the dust and smoke shows, it's Derpy with a party hat. Yep, obviously a fake. And this is, yep, fake horn. And it was a pony, but not Twilight. And, now the main six are running away, to one of Canterlot's bridge, which would be where the main six would be kind of trapped. But I don't know. I think the bridge cracks by Twilight using her magic or something. Or,
but then the storm god deflects it off and caused the bridge to break up.
Yep. So now, that huge waterfall or stream that comes from the castle, they fall into.
And I thought I was really scared. I thought they were gonna die like this.
Yeah. Well, again, thinking about it too, it's a kids movie, so obviously they're not going to kill off the main characters.
Nope.
That'd just be stupid if they did something like that. But
no deaths, no P.
No deaths. But this is where it gets more interesting. Well, first of all, they're going down this water stream, fall, And this is where Grubber is like, we need to find them, and it's like, I'm not going down there.
Wow.
Yeah, and of course, Grubber, we find out more that he loves to eat.
All he does is eats.
Mm-hmm. Which
he's like me. He's like me. I'm like, well, I'm kind of like Grubber though. I don't eat that much though, but I eat a little bit much.
Yeah. Well,
Grubber is actually kind of like me because I love to eat a lot.
I think a lot of us like to eat. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I can relate to Grubber in a way.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us can. But yeah. So, by the way, Rainbow, your favorite music is playing right now. What's I gonna say? I know you could hear it through the live stream probably. What was I gonna say?
I don't have the volume on very loud.
That's all right. But what was I gonna say? Oh yes, as
the main six, we're on the other side of the river.
Yep. And this is where we get the scene of Applejack's hat, and picks it out of the water, and they are obviously beached. So this is where they start kind of freaking out, wondering what's going to happen. And they kind of look towards Canterlot, seeing all the blimps and ships all moved over there, just kind of stationed, and they're wondering what's going to happen. And I think this is where they get the idea of the hungry, hungry hippos, which was kind of funny, because...
Yeah.
Hey guys, I made it for like 5 seconds. The movie was amazing. Okay, thanks, bye. Guest surprise.
What?
What was that?
What?
Thank you, hashtag thank you, inconspicuous Brody.
What was that?
Now, guys, that was, of course, not according to plan, but, yeah, okay. If someone wants to tell him, the only thing I disliked about the movie was we didn't get more backstory on new characters. And AKA...
I put the only thing that I didn't like about the movie in the chat. There you go. Time to go. Bye.
Alright, bye.
Okay, then.
Okay, leave now. Don't come back. We don't want your cookies.
Okay, let's just get back to it. Can we get back to the movie, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry about that, guys, before we were interrupted like that.
That was unexpected.
Yes, so, main six start talking about hungry, hungry hippos, which obviously is a Hasbro joke. Which, it was...
It was funny, right?
It was very funny. Which, I mean, even the little ones could understand that, which was nice. Now that they got all that, they were like, okay, well, let's just start looking, and let's actually go over here and see if we can find any luck. I think this is where they start going to, Casper? Not Casper. What the heck? Capper. Why did I say Casper? Oh my god.
They went to go see. They ran into Cap.
Yes, Capper. Yes. So they
Not
go.
Casper.
Yeah, not Casper, not the friendly ghost. Capper this time. So as they are on their journey, I think this is where we head back to Canterlot, and Tempest Shadow is just looking around at the stoned princesses. And this is where she gets a call from
the Storm King.
Yep. And this being, he wants them to bring Twilight to justice, aka bring total surrender to Equestria. Well, Tempest hears about Twilight's escape and her friends, and she gets really, really mad at Grubber for it. And then that's when Storm King actually starts calling her up, saying, "Hey, you got the princesses?" And she's like, Kinda. Just one little itty-bitty problem. One of them managed to escape. But don't worry, we'll bring her to justice for you, Storm King, and that way my horn can be fixed. So obviously she is being used, we find out. Yeah, so this could go really interesting. And while Storm King talks more, obviously the phone breaks up and loses contact, and this is where Grover says, "Ooh, sorry, I guess the spell contact isn't working well, or the spell phone. You want me to dial him again?" And she's like, "No." She's like, "We need to find Twilight and our friends right now, so we can give Storm King what he wants." And so this is where we head back to the main six, looking very, very bad.
Yeah, they look really. It got me a little like breaking up, like they're having a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Especially Pinky.
Yeah, I know. Poor Pinky. She looks like she had the last party.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hello, Spirolink fan, 1991. He says, "Oh, guys, how's the movie, and what do you think of it?" Well, we're just discussing it right now, Spyro. We're just talking about what we thought. So yeah. But if you want to text your thoughts about the movie, that'd be amazing. We'd love to hear from you. Yeah. So, going back to the movie, yep, stuck in the desert. They feel like there's no hope until Twilight spots the village. A city. I mean, it's kind of a city, kind of a village. It looks half and half.
Half of it.
Yeah.
You know what they say? When there's a city, there's a spa.
I know. Rarity.
Who says that?
Rarity.
I know that, but that's what Rainbow Dash said.
Yeah. Well, I agree with Rainbow 100% on that. Not every city, Rarity. Not every city.
Not every city.
But yes, they go over there, and all of a sudden, the frame changes, and they are... Oh, he says, oh, okay. They go to the village, and all of a sudden, they look as nice as ever, yet in the last frame, they were all messy and blah looking. Which never made sense to me, but okay, it works. So as they're looking through here, we get a lot of unfriendly faces and kind of these folks looking at the ponies.
They look like fish. Like they look more like fish, pigs, and everything like that.
I know. They're kind of wondering, hey, are you for sale? How much will you pay? How much will you pay for your dragon? Spike is not for sale. I died at that. I'm just like, oh.
And then they all start surrendering them like.
Nope. This is where Capper comes in and says, kind of looks at them like in, wow, they look amazing. I need to do something. And he goes, well, hey. He's like, wait a minute. He's like, you know, there's something about this. He's like, I heard some things. If you have purple spots, and look, you'll get these disease. You'll get this disease. And obviously, the main six are looking at him like, what are you talking about? And obviously, that kind of fish-looking character guy, he gets the spots that Capper threw on him from a puddle, and he starts freaking out and eventually clears out the whole village. And this is where Capper is an assist for the main six, saying, well, I live here, and what are you doing here? We're looking for the hippos. Have you, like, seen them? He's like, oh, I think I know what you're talking about. here, the hippogriffs. I'll show you what I found on them. Just come to my place. And this is where we get another fun-filled song. I'm the friend you need, which was a really good song. I really liked it.
It was pretty good. It was kind of good. It was kind of classy.
I like how Spike was getting a little bit jealous when he kind of went up to Rarity. I was like, oh, poor Spikey.
No, Spike.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spike, you're not gonna get everything you want.
Yeah, Spike's like, do not touch my girl, I swear. One finger, that's it. But, yeah. So, little Spike moment in there, and that was pretty cute. So, yeah, that was, happening, and finally, they go up into, his house as they're continuing on singing, and, this is where Capper kind of nudges a character and says, meet me at my place at this time. Tell my tax person that all my debts will magically disappear. So pun
and I was so surprised, and I thought he was actually helping, but nope,
nope. So obviously he's kind of like them, like the whole entire town is. And the ponies are over here singing, and then eventually they stop the song, and Twilight still is not fully 100% trusting Capper at all. But
I agree with her.
I do agree with her, and this is where we go back to Tempest Shadow. They're, of course, in the same town and village.
How are they able to track them down?
You know, and that's another mystery, you know.
Of course, they left footprints.
You got
it. Leaving footprints over here.
And plus a piece of Fluttershy DNA.
No,
yep.
Was it? Or wait, it
was her hair.
Maybe it was Fluttershy, or maybe it was Pinkie Pie. But I think it might have been Fluttershy, because I think the main color was a little bit lighter than Pinkie's. So, but yeah, Grubber asks Tempest, you think they're here? And she looks on the little broken up wheel, little piece of hair or mane from Fluttershy. She's like, oh yeah, they're here. And this is where that one big fish dude comes back and says, okay, I'm not falling for this again. He's like, you're mine. And oh boy, he shouldn't have did that, because
yeah, she just kicked her butt really bad. I was,
ooh, fish just got dropped. Easy as pie. I love pie. Yeah. I love it.
That was great.
Yeah, you gotta love Grubber. But yeah, so they continue on, and this is where we go back to the main six, and Capper is like, so you're looking for the hippogriffs, not the hippos. And they're like, huh? Yeah, and this is where Rarity kind of spruces him up and says, this is from me, just a thanks saying for all the help you've done so far. And he's like, what's the catch with this? And she's like, oh, no catch, just, you know, it's a thank you. And he kind of looks at that like, wow, no one really has done that for me. So obviously this is a first for Capper. So it's kind of a little bit of a sweet moment there. And the ponies start looking at the map, kind of looking at it, saying, oh, okay, this is where the island is, and it looks like it's right out your window. And then we hear that weird meow sound, which is obviously Capper, and he's like, no, what are you talking about? He's like, that's not the island. And Twilight kind of looks at him like, I think it is. And this is where he's kind of trying to keep him away from leaving his house, because as we saw, this is supposed to supposedly take away his debt. So he's waiting for whoever's supposed to check on the ponies and see how much he'll get out of them for his debt, to get him out. Which obviously when they go to the door, he's standing right there, and he's like, ooh, he's like, you actually might be able to get rid of it. And this is where Rarity's like, oh, you lied to us after everything we've done for you. And he kind of starts feeling a little bit of ashamed of himself, which he should have.
Yeah, and that's where Tempest comes in as well.
And Spyro actually put a comment down saying, let me guess. Twilight and her friends escape from Tempest and Storm King's minions. Then they land on a pirate airship. Yes, my friend, you are absolutely correct. That is exactly what happens.
They were running.
Well, you could go on.
And then the main six start to they plan to make a huge escape.
Yep.
And that was pretty intense, like how the bridge was collapsing and everything.
Yes, it was. Really, really intense. And this is where kind of a game was going on. You know, all the ponies go on that
the airship.
Yeah, they go on the airship, but they have to go through this whole obstacle that basically Twilight kind of puts them through because of the giant pinwheel that was on not Grubber's house, Capper's house. And they eventually break that off. Oh my god, that would be a ride I would not want to experience, let me tell you.
Yeah, I do not want to. Yeah, I don't want that. At least it didn't go like away from it. It just it needs to spin it though.
Yeah, I'm surprised no pony got sick after that.
Yeah.
They would have lost their groceries. But yeah, so that happens, and eventually they make it to the airship. But what does Pinky do? Oh my gosh, we almost lost Pinky, but thankfully we didn't. She jumps and misses the airship, and Twilight has to go save her, saves her, and, I think it wasn't it, I forget what her name is, Captain, yeah.
Well, Captain Solano and all the other pirates.
Yep. They eventually go there, and this is where, back at Capper's place, Tempest is like, okay. She's like, we're gonna do this nicely. You're gonna tell me where they went, and then I'll let you go. Let you free. And he's like, oh, it's like they went, over, and then he looks at the little badges, or little pins that Rarity kinda did.
Or Black Skull Island.
Yeah, Black Skull Island, and he changes his mind because he's like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that again. He's like, I'm gonna lie and see where this goes. And he's like, you're welcome. And this is where Tempest is like, oh no, you're coming with us.
Not so fast now.
Yeah. So make it even more intense than it already is. But yeah, while that's happening, the main six are on that ship, and they hear, we're not alone. There's more on here. And this is where they're keeping very quiet. This is the point, which I forgot to mention. While they're traveling to these villages and all this, notice that the different scale and size between the ponies and the actual characters like Capper and stuff, there's a huge change. Doors are a lot bigger than the ponies are. So I love how they incorporated that in, saying, hey, you know, Ponyville, it's a lot smaller than this town is. So it's really cool, and kind of like how Canterlot was, too. So it just was a little neat thing that Hasbro did there. I'm glad they did that as well. And I know they mentioned something about that behind the scenes, too. Yeah. So, with being said, guys, going on, the ponies are being very quiet. I don't, why do I say quiet? What is that? I must...
Sounds like toilet.
You know, as you say, toilet. Toily. Alright, enough. Toily! But, anyway, they're on the ship, they're not alone, and very, very quietly, they're trying to not make a sound, but they find them, and they all look so scared and stuff, and I was like, aw. Poor Fluttershy, too. I like how they were like, no, I think we're going to do this to them. No, I think this. And they were just all scared, and then, I forget what they said. Oh, should we cook them? And that's where Fluttershy kind of, like, gives off a little cry and kind of is, like, really shaking and scared. And, that's where we see Captain, Solano, saying, no, it says here in the Storm King's book we should throw them overboard. So, dramatic, walk the plank, and, all of a sudden, before they kind of, like, step off, a whistle goes off, and they're like, alright, brunch time, and they get everyone food, and the main six are like,
Wait,
what? And Rainbow's like, whoa, hold up. So she's like, first of all, you were about to throw us overboard, and you stopped for brunch?
Lunch break?
And this is where
Twilight looks over, Twilight looks over at Emma, and with that face kind of like,
yeah, that was funny. And this is where Captain Solino says, Storm King only offers us certain lunch breaks, so we have to do them now, or we can't do them ever. And they're like, okay, this grub is not really looking too good. This is not what we eat.
Yeah, that's just, I don't know. That's
it looked like it had hair in it and stuff. Ugh. It looks like
prison. It's like prison food.
Yeah. Not only that, it reminds me of oatmeal that went bad, that was sitting there. Yeah, I would not want to wonder what that tastes like at all.
And Rarity is like,
hey guys, I'll be back in a while. I'll be back like in a
okay.
All right. Moment.
All right, you could go do that.
I'll be back though. I just need.
All right.
Bye. I'll be back though.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, guys. So we are going to still continue the story of the movie. But yeah. No, I know you are, Rainbow. But me and Rainbow will just keep continuing on with the story, and Chris will eventually come back on. So, as the story continues, as Rainbow was saying, Rarity says there's pudding because one of them mentions pudding, and that's what that stuff is. It's pudding, and that is disgusting. Once again, ugh. And this is where
very bad.
Very bad. It looks very not good to eat, not safe to eat, no bueno. So yeah. We go back to Rainbow Dash, who is like, okay, so let me get this straight. You guys were pirates, and now where you are is Storm King's, like, supply crew? You know, that's not right. And this is where Rainbow Dash starts off with her song, and obviously is probably one of the best songs that I actually like of the album.
It's Time to Be Awesome.
Yeah. It's Time to Be Awesome. Very, very good song. I really like that.
Amazing orchestra.
I know. The orchestra in this movie, guys, was phenomenal. Phenomenal. And I love it. So, yeah, I cannot, I mean, you know, knowing Daniel Ingram, I don't know, this guy always seems to impress me. It's amazing. So, I know we had a couple of, like, guest, musicians who played, like, Lucas Graham, Sia, and others that we know very well. which was very nice, and their albums are...
Oh, they wrote their own songs.
I know, but still, it was amazing. Well, yeah, so Time to Be Awesome, and this is where I guess the pirates get their old yar back. Yeah, they realize, you know, Storm King, we don't need him, this is ridiculous, let's just keep on continuing. And so, they go, and they have their ship all nice and colorful. Those wings on the airship, oh, beautiful. I love the rainbow colors. Yeah, it definitely made me think it was like Rainbow Dash's airship or something like that. I don't know. It fits so perfectly. She did, so, yep. And then this is where Rainbow gets too excited and wants to do her Sonic Rainboom. Bad mistake, Rainbow. One bad mistake, and that's all it took. So, as this continues on, we go back to, the airship and all that, and Rainbow is like, okay. She's like, I'm gonna do my Sonic Rainboom. You want to see my Sonic Rainboom? We're gonna do it right now. And she goes, and Twilight's like, wait, Rainbow, no! And she doesn't listen, of course, because that's Rainbow Dash. And, yeah, she does it, which is, it's amazing and beautiful. I love it. But, she just gave away their, spot on the airship. And, obviously, Tempest... Well, Grubber actually spots it while eating a piece of cake and is like, hey, that's really beautiful. And Tempest is like, a little too beautiful. She's like, we're gonna go over there.
Get them to alert us.
Yeah, like, it would alert us. So, Spyro actually commented once again, saying, I watched the movie in theaters with my sister. She's happy that Christine, Chino-Worth, I think, Weth, I don't know, Chino-Weth, is in the movie. Well, I'm gonna be quite honest with you, Spyro. I know that, actress a little bit, not too much though, but, yes, she did do an amazing part in the movie, and I was very satisfied with everyone who participated in this movie. Phenomenal job. It just pieced together so well. Love it. But I think I'm actually gonna take a little water break here, so, but yeah, fantastic in that. So thank you for that comment, Spyro. Well, now that Tempest is alerted that, Twilight and her friends are on that ship, she looks back at Capper and says, Black Skull Island. Right. Okay. She's like, that's not where they're, heading, and he's like, say that? No, I didn't mean that, I'm sorry. He's like, that's what they were planning on, but I guess they changed their direction. And obviously, they start headed down to the pirates' airship. And obviously, bad news comes. And Rainbow spots their ship, Tempest's ship, and they hide down below in the hull of the airship, while the pirates are making it seem like they don't know anything's going on. And, yeah. So, now that the main six are hiding, the other airship, Tempest's ship, starts attacking, the pirate ship. And not good, obviously. They're caught red-handed, or red-hoofed, whatever you want to call it. Very, very, intriguing in this point. Yeah, so sorry if you guys saw that. I was actually clicking into something. Yeah, are you still there, Rainbow?
Yep.
Okay. If you want to make any inputs, and you can, man.
No, it's okay. I'm just listening.
Okay. Well.
I'll let you know though.
All right. Well. While during this attack, on the 2 airships, Grubber comes up and goes, well, what do we got here? And he's like, don't think we didn't see that sonic rainbow. And this is where Tempest is like, okay, I know you're hiding them. Show them to us, and no pony will get hurt. And your airship will be fine too. And they keep denying, saying, no, we don't know them. And this is where Captain Salino says, Storm King delivery here, bobbleheads, all this. Nope, there's no such thing as colorful ponies on here. And obviously Tempest is not happy with that because it's very sarcastic. And while they're arguing, the main 6 down below are like, what are we gonna do? We're down here and now we're stuck. And this is where Twilight sees the lever of yeah, and Grubber saw Rainbow Dash's sonic rainbow and stops the pirate ship airship. Yes. Yeah, Spyro. I'm just reading a couple of his comments right now, just seeing what he's saying. But yeah, he's absolutely right. Yes. While that's happening, yeah, something not good. Was not really expecting that part to happen where they're like, oh boy, we gotta do something, and Twilight sees that switch. Okay, there's a switch at the bottom of the airship. What a convenience. So, they, of course, Twilight has a plan, and they start putting stuff together, and it's not till she gathers up the stuff, they pull the switch, and they all fall down, and this is where Tempest and all the other characters look down, wondering what the heck was that, and they look down in the hall, the door's open, the lever's down, and they see other remnants from the ponies, like a map, I think it was the map, for the hippogriffs. So they're like, oh, okay, well, now we know where they're going. And this is where Capra's like, oh, I'm glad you guys found them. Now, where was I? And she's like, oh, no. She's like, you didn't tell me the truth, so guess what? I'm going to sink your ship. And that's what they do, unfortunately. So the pirates got back their old yarg and lost their beautiful ship to the water. And now that the ponies are falling from the ship from releasing that lever, Twilight puts them all in this one crate from the fallen debris, gets some rope, wraps it around this banner of Storm King, and ties it up, grabs Spike, uses him as a hot air balloon flame thing. I don't know what you'd call that, but the thing that makes the balloon fill up with hot air. And right at the last second before they hit the ground, it's now a giant hot air balloon, which is really cool. Yeah, so Twilight's very, very quick, has very quick reflexes. So yeah, while that's happening, they're on their way to the Hippogriff Island, and they've been walking for hours up these stairs to get to the Hippogriff Island. So
and Rarity couldn't take it.
Yeah, Rarity was like, I give up, the bad guys have won. And then Rainbow's like, hey, we're actually here now, and this is where Applejack's like, come on, you've been saying that now for a long time. She's like, no, I actually mean it. And of course she does. They're at the Hippogriffs Island, and first glance, first remark, it doesn't look too well. It looks very run down and beat up, like it wasn't used in centuries, maybe even years. I don't know, but yeah.
I think the Storm King wrecked it.
Probably. So the ponies observe it, and they go underneath, which shows like a colorful bubble with someone in there, which is obviously Princess Skystar. She's in there, and she gets scared by Twilight's voice, because she's like, who's that? And this is where they hear like a toilet sound, and a giant flush is basically started. Yeah. And this is where Rarity makes the comment, oh, I hate epic adventures.
Of course.
Yeah, oh, Rarity, not a first. Not a first. But, yeah. So, while they are sucked underwater, this is where it was really getting intense. The main six are now trapped somewhere where they don't know where they got, and they can't hold their breath for too long, and all of a sudden they start losing. Basically, they're thinking, oh god, is this where it ends? Which I think a lot of people were kind of wondering at that point. I know in the theater where I was, a lot of little ones were like, oh no! And I was like, And then all of a sudden we heard a breathe from Twilight, and we heard air bubbles, and they got these bubbles around their head. And this is where, I think Applejack is like, it's about time, Twilight. She's like, I didn't do that, though. And this is where Princess Skystar...
I don't know who did that.
Yeah, Princess Skystar. Yeah, and she's like, who goes there? And she's like, it's us. Our Equestria is being attacked by Storm King, and we don't have a home right now. And she's like, Storm King? She's like, we've been sort of... We know who Storm King is. He's not good. So, maybe we can actually be friends. I'll show you. Come on. And they bring him over to Sequestria, a new, beautiful land or location in Equestria, underwater. And my golly, is it beautiful. Basically,
It is.
the same scene, well, besides all the stuff floating around, but the background that we have up right now, that's basically what they're looking at, is the castle of Sequestria. And they go into that, and there is the actual queen who rules the hippogriffs, or the sea ponies. And she's like, Princess Skystar is like, hey, she's like, look at who I found. And she's like, please, if it's another seashell, I'm gonna... And she's like, no, it's not seashells, look. And this is where the queen gets alarmed. And she's like, what did I tell you about bringing visitors or people we don't know? And she's like, but mom, they are nice. And this is where it starts getting really intense. And she's like, hello. She's like, our home was invaded by Storm King. And she's like, oh. She's like, well. And this is where Princess Skystar starts talking about, oh god, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I had a brain fart there for a second. Yeah, goes, talking about how their village was attacked and what happened and how they know Storm King. And the queen is like, do not tell them our story. And she's like, okay, but if I would tell you, this is what would happen, and this, and this. And the queen's like, really? And obviously, the cat is out of the bag, and they know everything now. So, the queen is like, okay. She's like, might as well introduce myself. She introduces herself, which I'm not really quite sure what her name is specifically. I know it's Queen something.
Queen Novo.
Queen Novo, thank you. She's like, I am Queen Novo, the ruler, and basically, the ruler of the Sea Ponies, aka, we are the Hippogriffs. And this is where the main six are shocked. They're like, this is where you've been hiding all this time. Wow. And she's like, well, you're more than welcome to stay here. And this is where she pulls out that orb to transform them into, well, the Sea Ponies. So the main six are now transformed. We get a new transformation. My golly, do they look amazing. And they do. I was really satisfied, and burp you. Much obliged. As we are continuing on from that, we go on with Twilight saying, hey, that orb, that could actually save Equestria. And this is where Queen Novo says, She's like, this orb is only here, and it only stays here. It's not going anywhere else. And Twilight's like, pfft. And this is where Princess Skystar says, hey, you know what? Let's go over here. And she's like, I got something to show you. She's like, here, meet Shelly and Sheldon. I wonder if they got Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. Penny? 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 Yeah. Good old, Princess Skystar messing around with their seashells. And, kind of shows them more of Sequestria and what they have down here. But Twilight's like, this is really nice, but we really need to save Equestria. And she's like, oh, okay. And then this is when Twilight's like, hey, you know what? She brings over her friends and says, maybe you guys can cheer her up, and I'll go over here and figure out things. And they're like, okay, Twilight, we could do this. Now, here comes a really big breaking point that I think a lot of us were not expecting, but happened. While they are cheering up Princess Skystar, which is another song, One Small Thing, which actually is a really good song. I think one of the second largest songs in the actual movie. They start singing that and just play with the pufferfish and all that stuff, which the pufferfish in this case was Spike, which was so cute. Spike looks so amazing as a little pufferfish. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
But it makes sense, Spike, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, so... while they're singing the song and getting, to know each other a little bit more, this is where Queen Novo says, you know what, maybe there is one small thing we can do. All of a sudden, an alarm goes off, and she does not look too happy. Who is in that alarm? It's Twilight. She is trying to steal the orb. Okay, I have a lot of things to say in this. First of all, never expect Twilight to steal something. She always seems like the one that would say no. What are your thoughts about that, Rainbow?
Uncool.
Well, definitely uncool, and it definitely wasn't the right thing to do. But, yeah, Twilight, what were you thinking? You literally could have had the orb and she could have used it to save Equestria. But, nope, didn't happen out that way. So what happens? They get thrown out of, Sequestria. And, technically banished, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Well, now that this happens, the main six kind of go off on Twilight saying, Twilight, what were you thinking? We were so close. You had to do that, and if you didn't, we wouldn't be in the situation now. And she's like, well, if I didn't have you guys and stuff like that keep on dragging me and stuff like that, none of this would have happened. And she kind of goes off with Pinky, and this is where it really gets intense. Really.
And sad.
Very sad. I think a couple of people in the audience were about to cry at that point in my movie theater. They're like, oh my god, Twilight, what is happening to you? I thought you were better than this.
I wanted to cry.
Yeah, it was a pretty sad moment. Never thought Twilight would do something like that, but, yeah, so that gave me a new vision on Twilight. But, so the main six kind of are now upset with Twilight, and they separate on the beach shore of where they got washed up on. And, yeah, it's, kind of heartbreaking at this point. So, now that Twilight's by herself alone, crying to herself, saying, I really messed up. I shouldn't have did that, and I feel bad for talking to my friends that way. And Spike kind of tries to cheer her up, saying, you know, Twilight, you were just upset because things weren't happening your way. But you know what? You could still go over and, you know, she still is really upset with herself. And she's like, you know what? You're right, Spike. But Spike doesn't respond. And she gets really worried. And then all of a sudden, she is captured by Tempest Shadow. And so, the climax of the story goes skyrocketing through the roof. She is now split from her friends. No hope. And she is captured. So, what worse can happen? So now, she is in, Tempest's airship, captured. And, yeah, not good. Not good at all. And Twilight's like, why are you doing this? And Tempest is like, look. She's like, I am not anything like you, nor will I ever be. She's like, I had friends like you too. And then they were gone. And this is where her song,
Open Up Your Eyes.
Open Up Your Eyes, yep, starts up, which was a phenomenal song. Another really amazing song.
Amazing indeed.
Drummer Shy, actually. If you guys want to go check him out, just look up Drummer Shy. He actually did a drum cover on One Small Thing, or not One Small Thing, Open Up Your Eyes. Really, really good. It was fantastic. One of my favorite drum covers. So, good job on that, Drummer Shy.
I'll have to check it out sometime.
Yeah, please do. I think he'll really, really appreciate it. So, yeah, guys, check that out. After you watch the podcast. But, yeah, so, goes into Open Up Your Eyes, and obviously, this is a huge backstory. We find out what happened to her horn. Got taken off by, Ursa Minor. Not the best thing to get into. Very, very, heartbreaking there. So, I kind of really felt bad for, Tempest Shadow. You know, her horn's broken. Her friends don't want to hang out around her because they think she's creepy. She can't pick up stuff. So, they move on to a new, pony. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to turn evil now. And just not hang around any pony and give him my trust. So she is taken to Canterlot, where it's still taken over by her and captured. And this is where Spike runs over to the main six, saying, "Guys, Twilight's gone," and starts freaking out, and yeah, not good at all. And this is where they're like, "Oh no, what are we gonna do? Twilight's captured now." And they kind of feel bad about it too, now that they haven't gone over there and said sorry to her. And this is where all the characters in the movie, Capper, it was Captain Solano, I think that was it. And then we got Princess Skystar.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
Yup. But she comes out in her hippogriff form, which, wow, the hippogriffs look amazing. Yeah, she's like, "Hi." She's like, "It's me." She's like, I'm here to help, you know. She's like, "I'm probably gonna get grounded, but, you know, I'm here to help." She's like, "What do you want to do?" And they look at each other, and obviously they're going to save Twilight. Back at Canterlot, Twilight's in her cage like a bird. And now, Tempest has what she wants. She's got all the princesses captured. Not a good thing. Yeah, really, really breaking point right here. We wonder what's going to happen. So while this point is happening, she uses that staff, I think, which puts the power in. No, I forget. I forgot a part. This is where we get introduced into Storm King. Storm King shows up, the big cheese, the big baddie, which I think a lot of us thought Tempest Shadow was the big baddie, but yet she plays a big role in the movie. But yeah, he is the top cheese, and she's like, "I got the princess, all of them for you, sir." And he's like, He's like, "Why is this one still moving?" And she's like, "Well," she's like, "Again, we just got her." And he's like, He's like, "Never mind." He's like, "Start it up." Puts his staff in the middle, and obviously all the magic and power is shooting up into this thing, creating it to work like a staff. Kind of represents kind of Starlight's staff, I guess you could say, with all the magic and power and shooty stuff. But
yeah,
I think a little more powerful than Starlight's, to be quite honest. Which, I was kind of shocked that Starlight didn't play a part at all in this movie, besides one scene.
Barely.
Yeah. It was like a 2-second thing.
2-second rule.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But, as this is going on, is that Chris?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Chris is back. We are now on the part where, the magic is being sucked out of Twilight and the princesses into the staff, where Storm King is, like, "Oh, yes, yes, it's happening."
Yeah.
So, while this is happening, the staff is now all magicked and basically filled with power. And this is where Storm King wants to see if it works. So, the most amazing and funniest scene, one of the funniest scenes in the movie that me and Rainbow were kind of messing around with. Do you want to explain it to them, Rainbow?
Okay. So the Storm King then starts to mess around with the sun and the moon. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, day, night, sunrise, sunset.
Yup. So yeah, that's exactly what he does. And, yeah, it's, acting like Discord a little bit. So I feel like Storm King is the new Discord. I'm just gonna say that.
Played by Lee F. Schreiber.
Yep. Yeah, Storm King is definitely a character in himself. Yeah, so now that this is happening, not good. Not good. So while this is happening, we go back to the gate of Canterlots, to be precise, and this is where Capper, with the ponies locked up if they were captured, looking all sad like all the other ones do, and
except Pinky.
Yeah, except Pinky. Oh my god, I was like just dying of laughter at that part.
It was like, really, Pinky? You're not supposed to be happy. You're supposed to be sad.
Oh, okay, sorry. That was amazing. I like how Pinky's just trotting in there all happy with her looking locked up and stuff. But, yep, that's good old Pinky. Good old Pinky.
I love.
Yeah, Pinky's amazing. So, while this is happening, we see that, the guards are, by the gate, and Capra's like, I have an order for, Mr. Storm King, and they're like, and kind of like, put their, spears kind of up to him. He's like, whoa, he's like, okay, no need for violence. He's like, you know what? He's like, if Storm King doesn't get his beautiful, delicious cake that he requested, well then, we'll just see whose problem it is then, And then he walks back, and,
just let them through.
Yep, and then he does the 3, 2, 1, and they drop his weapons, and, open up the door, and he's like, that's what I thought. And Pinky, of course, that's where she's really happy and smiling, trotting down. This is where, I think Rainbow kind of nudges her, saying, Pinky, you're not supposed to be happy. This is something...
No, Applejack said that.
Oh, no. Yeah, it was Applejack. Played by the same character, though. I tried.
Yeah.
E for effort. Yeah. So, as this is happening, they go down and, seeing every pony captured, and we see Songbird Serenade trapped in the kennel, singing the most biggest song that's supposed to be played in the movie, Rainbow's really favorite song, Rainbow. That's what it's called, Rainbow. So, yeah. And obviously she is told to be quiet. They don't want to hear that. And Grubber is sitting down enjoying another cake filled with a lot of goodies and all that. And he spots that giant cake. Which, he's like, ooh. He's like, I need to take a look in that. And starts digging into the big cake, which, he starts seeing an eyeball. And he starts, alerts the guards. Well, they pull him into the giant cake, and obviously their plan is foiled, and they're like, oh, great. He's like, you know what? We gotta go. They're like, now. And they all come out of the giant cake. Obviously, all the characters are hiding in the cake, and they start attacking. Pinky starts attacking the guards with cupcakes and all that. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah. So... while this is happening, and I'm seeing that Spyro is commenting on a couple of things that we've already talked about.
What he said?
He just said, you know, guys, when I watched the movie in theaters, I found out that Twilight is only intended to save Equestria a little seriously without realizing. Well, you know what, Spyro? You are absolutely right, my friend. That is 100% correct there.
That's a good comment.
Yeah, that is a pretty good comments there.
Amazing, dude.
Yeah. that is a very good prediction right there. That does happen. And he also mentions that the magic of friendship can save Equestria, which obviously, yes, this is what this is all based on. Yeah. So, while this is happening, they obviously their disguise is foiled. They start attacking all the guards and all that. And I think doesn't Fluttershy go into like a talk therapy with one of them? Which that was kind of cute. she's like, you seem a little bit tense and stressed out. Do you need to talk about it? And that was the most cutest scene of Fluttershy in the whole movie. I loved it. And the guard kind of starts going, yeah. While the ponies and every other ones are attacking the guards, you see Fluttershy kind of talking with the one guard, which was funny, while Canterlot is literally being attacked. And they call up Fluttershy, and she's like, oh, okay. She's like, we'll talk another day. She's like, bye, and he goes, bye, boy. I laughed at that. That was amazing.
That was funny.
Yeah. So, as that happens, they of course head to the main castle portion, the throne room of Canterlot, and, they kind of attack more guards, and Twilight is now set free, but this is where Tempest is like, Master, she's like, I've done everything you wanted me to. Can I get my horn back? And he's like, no. And she's like, but you promised. She's like, I used you. She's like, there's a big difference there. And she was very, very just upset. And this is where Twilight tried to get the staff back, but couldn't. And Storm King then tried to blow away both her and Tempest with his new staff. But then he sets a ginormous tornado, which basically was destroying more of the castle, and basically his main goal was trying to suck those two up into the tornado, which obviously became unsuccessful. But we see the main six fighting off more of the guards, and Pinkie is like, ooh, I have an idea how we could get through that hurricane, because we can't just walk into that, because we'll just go with it. So what does Pinkie Pie do? The party cannon. They are now in that, and they're like, I don't know if this is such a good idea. She's like, trust me, 3, 2, 1, and they get blown into the tornado. Obviously, it's super strong. They are flying so fast into the tornado, into the castle, and I think they actually fly so hard right into Storm King, he actually falls down, and the cane goes right into the stained glass window, which is where Twilight and Tempest are at the balcony, and Tempest is almost sucked into the tornado. But she saves her, and she's like, why are you doing this after everything I did? And she's like, because this is what good
friends do.
Yep. And she starts realizing, wow, maybe she actually wants to help. And obviously they go attack and try to get the cane back, or the staff, sorry. While this is happening, I'm actually curious.
Twilight gets stuck into it.
Yes, Twilight does get stuck into it. Yep. So now they are trying to go retrieve the cane that Storm King launched into the stained glass window, and obviously it is a battle between good versus evil. And I forget who knocks Storm King down? I forgot. Tries to like don't they like kind of like block him off or something? Oh no, they get sucked into the tornado. That's right. And but Twilight grabs yes. Doing that whole Starlight Twilight thing, even though Starlight's not even in the movie, really. Yep, the things I say, I swear. But what I was going with, yes, both Twilight has the staff in her hooves, and Storm King is also sucked into the tornado, and they kind of like fly off, and the main six are like, Twilight! And while they're in this giant like chain to try to save her, it doesn't work, and the tornado and the clouds start disappearing, and it starts turning nice and bright like it was. So while this is happening, they start to lose hope and think that Twilight's gone, which obviously Twilight isn't gone. She comes back, just wait a little while, and boom, she's back. And she flies and sees the main six and gives them a hug with the staff. And this is where we see a hand from go onto the balcony, which is Storm King. And while they're over here huggy lovey-dovey, Tempest sees that Storm King is going to get back his wand. So what does she do? She tries to basically knock him off, and she also sacrifices herself to fall. But Twilight sees, oh my god, they just both fell. And they use the cane, or the staff. I keep wanting to call it a cane. I don't know why. Obviously, I'm getting tired here, guys. But now, while they fall, one of those same of those stone ball things that they use in the beginning of the movie, they use, and yeah, it's very, very you okay, man?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. I just was making sure you were alright. Alright, so, continuing on with what I was saying before, we were thinking that, Chris was dying on us there. Well, yes, those same stone ball things that were launched at the princesses to capture them are used again, but they both hit Tempest and Storm King, and Twilight grabs the staff just on time to save Tempest, but doesn't save Storm King, and well, Storm King hits the ground in stone form and is all broken up, which,
he's dead.
Congratulations, Hasbro, you killed off a character first time. Good job.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so at least we think he's dead, but I'm pretty sure he is. That looks like a nasty fall.
Yeah.
But other than that, Tempest is saved with the staff and is reformed. She says, "Oh wow!" She's like, "You actually saved me," and now they're all together. The band, or the gang, is all back together, all safe, and they put the cane back into the port where they first sucked all the magic out of Twilight and the princesses. The princesses that were stoned are still stoned. Put it in there, and the castle starts rebuilding itself, fixing up from all the destruction, and the princesses start turning back into themselves and not into stone. And yeah, Canterlot is saved. Everything is good. Lights, all that beautiful stuff.
And then the ending, which is my favorite.
Yep.
And Derpy's saved.
The Derpy is saved.
Yay.
The kingdom is all fixed up, all good, and this is where Songbird Serenade goes on for her beautiful and amazing performance, and the biggest song that plays in the album, that is just fantastic, guys.
You're looking at her.
Yep. Sia's Rainbow Song. Oh my gosh. That.
You want me to demonstrate?
If you want.
I can see a rainbow in your tears as they fall on down. I can see your soul grow
through the pain as they go.
Very good song. And yeah, we tried to give you a little bit of taste there, but actually I think it's about to play here in a sec. So yeah, you'll hear in a sec. But yes, while Songbird Serenade's performance, her big performance, is playing, she dedicates the song to the main six for saving the castle once again, and Equestria, more than likely. So absolutely fantastic song. And oh yes, it's starting up now. Yep. So this song starts playing. I know it's background music. But yes, this song starts playing, guys, and this is where Twilight starts looking at Tempest, because she's kind of in the back, kind of like smiling, and she kind of walks back to like if she was going to go home or something. And Twilight was like, "You know, you could stay here, right?" She's like, "The only thing I wanted to do was to give ponies, you know, something to enjoy." And she's like, you actually need to see this. And she shows off her her horn, and fireworks start shooting off while the song is playing.
That was a beautiful scene.
Really beautiful scene. And obviously this is basically the ending, but until Pinkie Pie comes and says, well,
nice touch, Tempest.
Nice touch, Tempest. And she's like, "Oh, it's nothing." And
it's not her real name.
Yep, she says, "Actually, there's something else I need to tell you. That's not my real name." And they're very confused. They're like, "Huh?" They're like, she's like, kind of, "Come over here, Twilight, so I can whisper it." And she goes, "Okay, Rainbow, you're gonna have to remind me. What is it?" Isn't it,
It's Fizzle Pop Berry Twist.
Fizzle Berry Pop Twist.
No, Fizzle Pop Berry Twist.
Oh, okay.
Fizzle Pop Berry Twist.
I messed it up again, dang it. But yeah. And Pinkie
Pie's like,
yep, she goes, "Oh my god, that's the most amazing name ever!" And that was just amazing.
That's where the movie, and then the movie ends.
Yep. And yep, the movie cuts off there, and there we are, guys. That is the full entire movie in all of its glory. My golly, was it amazing. This movie definitely has to be a favorite. I was not expecting as much stuff put into it as possible, but wow.
Definitely the #1 movie of 2017.
You know what the funny thing was, too?
What?
Which we'll kind of talk about this in another podcast, though. We actually might do another live stream, guys. So yay for that. Maybe we'll get more people to join us on instead of the movie. I was kind of hoping for this, but I'm glad you guys joined. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Don't mention
My
it.
pleasure.
But we're not done with the podcast just yet, guys. We got a couple of little things to talk about. First of all, they're starting to talk about possibly a second Pony movie.
Yeah, I heard there was rumors of it.
I know. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts about that? I don't know. Like, do you think it's gonna be necessary, or do you think it's not?
I'm probably not. Oh.
Yeah,
I would like it to be.
Just like with one movie.
Yeah, I know, but at the same time, I'm kind of curious what it's gonna be about. If they have a good plot line, that's all that matters. So if they have a good plot, then we'll be fine. But you know, they surprised me with this movie, and it'd be nice to see Tempest really again. Or sorry, Fizzle Berry Pop Twist.
Fizzle Pop Berry Twist.
Fizzle Berry Pop Twist. Ugh!
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna text.
Yeah, please do. Please do. I swear. It's a very it's one of those names, guys, where I'm gonna have to Fizzle Pop Berry Twist. Alright, so now that we got that all settled out, continuing on. By the rumors, on Equestria Daily, if you guys haven't seen, they talk about a potential second movie. Now, they're thinking that this might come out before Friendship is Magic basically is on its end point, which I know they've been talking about, and this is where a new generation of My Little Pony will start up. But that's all for another podcast in another time, guys. But I did want to mention that they're thinking about creating a second movie, which I don't know how that's going to be good, or if it will be. I don't know. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Yes. Will Fizzle Pop Berry Twist be in this movie as well? Or will she appear in the show? Who knows? And will some of these characters we met in the movie kind of fit up with Friendship is Magic? Who knows? I'm kind of excited. Yes. But guys, I don't really have too much to say, but a little announcement for you all. On Tuesday, January 9th, the My Little Pony movie comes out on Blu-ray and DVD. So make sure you guys go get the movie, because it has a lot of amazing stuff. They actually have some of them.
Yeah, they have a deleted scene in there.
I need to see the deleted scenes. I bet I know what some of them are.
Well, there's only one. Well, it's only one deleted scene.
I don't know.
I think I've seen it.
I don't know. Was it at the end of the credits or something?
No, I think it's the beginning of the movie.
I don't know. But, yeah, that will be exciting. It also will come with the behind the scenes of the My Little Pony movie. Kind of what they showed on Discovery Family, I believe. So, yeah. That will be really awesome.
Yep, and there's also this something to do with like baking with Pinkie Pie, like you bake a cake.
Yup. And we also get already, I think, seen My Little Pony Equestria Girls short that comes with it.
Or maybe something that we have not seen. Maybe it's a new one that we haven't seen yet.
I hope it's a new one. Oh, and there also is the mini short that started off the movie. That one new series that has
Kazuki.
Yeah, Kazuki. So I don't know. That actually
that I'm not interested in it.
I'm a little interested into it. It actually was kind of cool, but yeah, it was a little neat little mini movie or a little mini clip that they put in there before the movie began. So that's supposed to be in there. But if you get, I guess, the either the Target exclusive or the Walmart exclusive, the Target exclusive comes with a lot more glittery, shiny box. showing the characters, and it also comes with stickers and all that stuff. But
that's the Target. It's the Target one.
Yeah, and then
that's where I'm gonna get. I'm gonna go to Target to get that.
Yeah, or you can go to Walmart and get with the movie. I think it comes with stickers. I'm not sure.
No, they only have. No, I think it's only come with a water bottle.
Yeah, or the water bottle, which I think I might go with for the water bottle because that actually was a pretty cool water bottle. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll just take the Target one.
The Target one's really cool too. So
because it comes with an activity book and stickers.
Yeah, it does come with an activity book. I forgot. So that's really exciting. So yeah, make sure you pick those up. January 9th, guys. It will be on.
It only costs like $20. The Blu-ray one.
Yeah. So yeah, make sure you guys go do that because this is definitely a movie you want to hold on to. But do you guys have any closing thoughts off before we end the live stream?
Nope.
Well, just an honor to be on this live stream.
What?
Me too.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining. I know we didn't really get too many others to join us. I know it was kind of busy. We are doing this live stream the night before we go to school, I believe, most of us. Yeah?
Not me. I start next week.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so, but I know me and Rainbow go back tomorrow. Yeah. So I was actually supposed to go back to school the 3rd, but we got this very severe weather storms. And what is it calling for right now? Is it calling for snow or anything? No, it's not. Yeah, fantastic. I just hit that. I didn't mean to hit that. Ugh. All right. So guys, I think that's basically where we're going to close it off. Thank you all so much for tuning in this live stream. If you guys tuned in for this long, give yourself a pat on the back because, wow, this is definitely got to be one of the longest live streams we probably have done. This almost has been a 2-hour live stream. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. And if you guys have any questions or suggestions for any other Pony Talk podcast or a news article you guys want us to talk about on a podcast, let me know. The Pony Talk podcast will officially start back up when Season 8 hits, guys. So I still got things I need to do before that starts off. Oh, jeez. But, yeah. So, with that being said, once again, thank you so much to Chris and Rainbow Dash 47 for joining us here today on the Pony Talk pod. Oh, what?
Songbird Serenade.
Okay.
47.
Yeah, /Songbird Serenade 47 on Discord. But, yeah. And if you guys want to join Discord, join on the server, and so maybe possibly you guys out there could join Pony Talk. It is down below on this podcast, so hope to see you over there. But until then, guys, thank you all so much for watching this amazing My Little Pony, the movie Pony Talk podcast live stream, guys. This has been a very successful live stream. I am so happy. First live stream I've ever done on this setup, so yay!
It turned out really well.
Well, thank you. I really wanted to make this as well as I could. Unfortunately, no webcam, but we'll be getting one in the near future. So, guys, make sure you get the My Little Pony movie on DVD and Blu-ray coming January 9th. So, until then, guys, thank you all so much for watching this Pony Talk podcast, My Little Pony, the movie live stream. So, as always, guys, like, share, favorite. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. And, well, as always, I gotta dash. Stay 20% cooler. And this is Dashy101 signing off, guys. Say bye to every pony, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you all for tuning in. See you next time on the Pony Talk Podcast. Peace out, guys.